So today I thought I'd play the game, show you kind of the game that I got that tells the stories, sort of like in look at the game, and I'm not actually telling stories sort of thing. And kind of what I do when I'm bored of like, I'm not really telling stories, I'm bored of a character. Like I've been running around as Centaurus for like the last, couple of days of playing Skyrim. And I thought I'd change it up. But no, kind of just changed up the exact same role, just a different person. I've seen her in one of my stories. Her name's Julia Quintilius. She's an Imperial Vanguard like Centaurus, but she's like a veteran of the Great War, sort of Vanguard. And like the whole story with her is that she's like she was just vicious in the war, she killed many elves and just a really good soldier. And after the war kind of suffered from nightmares, post-traumatic stress, shell shock, that sort of thing. They're the same thing, different meanings, different sorts of age groups, I guess you could say. And, got heavily on the booze and rooting around and managed to not even have children in her lifestyle and had no husband, no one could keep her because she was just too distracted or too lost, I guess you could say. And then when the Great War started, the Whiterun, she decided to get back into shape and get back into the right mental space so she could go back to war, and the kind of hopes that she'd stop seeing the war she fought by fighting another war and by serving the Empire. And I like a character because, she would have been a drunkard for like around 26 years before eventually getting back into shape, and that took her, 3 to 4 months after the Battle of Whiterun to finally put her arm back on and go and fight for the Empire once more. And the cool thing about this character is that she's actually, while I'm playing as her, she's mortal. I can actually I can die as her, but I don't want her right now. That's maybe like a story sort of thing. She can die as an NPC, or I can die as a player, but I've given her like a lot of health so she can't die. And there's reasons for that, because again, plot armor, but secondly, I cop a lot of arrows, being the arrow, or being the head of the spear in kind of these battles. And can't really tell a good story if she's copping it real quick. Let me just deal with this real quick. I don't know where the hell my helmet is. No, I can't see in this weather. Oh my god. This is what I like fighting at night time. Well, I can't see, bro. Alright, lost another follow-up. All these freaking archers. That's why I've got a lot of health. I got a lot of health and they took her out like a quarter of it. Now, I gotta remember what I was saying about her, but she's rejoined the war and hoping that she'll forget the last war. Or maybe serve the Empire, focus her mind so she's not having nightmares. But we're gonna get to we're gonna get to the morning real quick, because I wanted to just just run around, do some things, kind of what the character is, but talk about her and talk about the world and all that sort of crap and stories. Whatever, people enjoy it. I'm going to try, the only thing I'm going to edit is obviously nudity that comes along, and loading screens, and sort of things like that. So, I hope you enjoy, and kind of see what I do in these games, because again, everyone has their own Skyrim, and I've built my Skyrim to what I think is perfect for me. The only thing that I'm really ever wanting is beyond Skyrim, and that's kind of why I still play Skyrim, because those projects, man, are the dream for any Elder Scrolls player. But, we're going to get to morning, and I'll see you then. Now the reason I put my helmet on was because for some reason I got some mod in the background, which I think is like a uniform mod, where if you put certain armor on, the right tags on it, enemies will attack you. Because if I attack them with my armor on without my helmet on, I get fucking bounties for assault. I get swarmed like soldiers. But if I put my helmet on, they actually see me as an Imperial soldier, so that I can legally slash them, and they can hit me. Oh, what now? Oh, damn it, man. Let's get foggy with the goddamn stormcloaks.
What a waste.
Hey, did we kill them all? Looked like there was a friggin' boar spawn. Still kicking, big fella. And we did lose one. I gotta go find his body. This is the kind of stuff that happens, which is annoying because I gotta go bury him. I've already got one. It's dead. Wait, are you covered in blood? Didn't I just see you? Looking for an Imperial
Our
shield.
stock of arrows is running a bit low.
That's rough, bro. Sometimes you can't always find the corpses. These are the old ones we first hit when I entered. I guess the mage just always got a shield on. I think I might just skip through all this bullshit and oh, there's a shield. Alright, there he is. Oh, copped an arrow in the back, poor lad. So
the air is good
all these
today.
dudes,
I
some
welcome
of
the
the
smell
personal
of blood
Imperial
from
army,
all the kills I will make.
and they are all mortal, so they do die.
Something no other woman would be wearing.
I do bury him. But we'll do that at the very end. Carry. Oh shit, is that a werewolf?
Come on! Not so tough now,
That's
are
the
you?
Richmond werewolf. Alright, we're gonna continue down the path. Is that lighting from the sky? But that's sick. It's a cool magic mod they got. What I hate Forspawn. They suck.
Kill you!
They got like a base up there. That's why there's Reachmen in this area. They do hug the outskirts of their territory, don't they? Like this one overlooking Dragon Bridge, Whiterun. I can't even tell who's who. Is this Stormcloaks? Fucking hell. Oh my god. They're taking a vampire or something? They were attacking a vampire. Is that another one? That's an Imperial. Now, where was that vampire dude? Don't tell me it crashed again. Fuck me. Oh, that's just really shit luck, man, because it crashed me beforehand. But I'm not going to redo this video at all. I'm just going to start from this point and go on, because I do not care. And that NPC that died, he gets to live. Things like this. So, NPCs that can't get in my battles get to live because of this. And Skyrim does have a limit. Like, you can, like, I have a beefy PC, man. Like, your mods do definitely limit what you can run, but I don't crash as much at all, probably because I'm doing videos, but yeah, Skyrim has its own bottleneck issue where it doesn't matter how good your PC is, how good your loader is, it will hamper itself at one point. So to give it round 2, so if it does crash, again, I might have a chance of losing another soldier on the oh, I can't see where I'm going, on the field, because I ran into those guys twice. The first time it crashed, and the second time it crashed, so it's still harder to see that. The sun isn't completely up. Like The Walking Dead, they can't cross a simple tree. These ones give me rabies when they hit me.
All over now. Done.
Look at that Stormcloak battalions here, or the Forspawn.
The whites take you.
And it's
I'm still sore where I took that arrow. I hate archers.
Come here, you scumbag. Is that one of mine? That's the way I'm looking at.
Death is the only way out of this misery.
Kill them all!
Something like game without running into one of these ladies.
I assumed you were more.
That's into the reach. I do not want to go into that dusty crap hole. You know, it took me only like this year to realise, or into last year. I don't remember. That, you know, there's no bandit strongholds in the reach. And the place is so deadly that not even the bandits will go into it. You know, like, the Forsworn just completely controlled the reach. Wish we could find that vampire that was... Yeah. That shit. They're shooting at us. You dirty dog. That's what you get. Anyway, so I don't know, like, really what to do in these videos. Honestly, just thought I'd just run around, talk crap, and talk about the story, kind of show the world. It's not the greatest graphical world. Like, I haven't got like pinnacle graphics. And at the end of the day, like I said about in the crash, Skyrim has a limit. I could put 8K models in this thing, man. My FPS will die. Like, look at that. I haven't got any mods that increase FPS limit. I really could, but it's still at like 50 FPS. 59. Like, it's max. Like, I could easily, it could easily probably go to 200 FPS on my rig, and that's full FPS. I haven't got that many soldiers with me compared to what I normally have, and the world is pretty dense. But Skyrim has its own limits, and I'd rather be able to play the game than have it at like 3 FPS. Just cruising the daylight a little bit, even though it's foggy as shit. And it is a beautiful game. Like, I like it. I know it doesn't look as, you know, beautiful as it could, but for a game that's 12 years old, going on 13, it looks nice. Very nice, compared to what you'd get from vanilla, which is very boring and distasteful for a game of this age. Is that? Oh, it's Alora. Oh, she masked. Filthy mages. Now, did she live? She's actually a pretty cool character. Not a dog's ass. That's a dog's ass. Why do those simple things distract me? Let me have a look.
Rebels.
Doesn't look like she carked it.
Do you think Tiber's Septum ever fought here?
Where'd she go?
Here. Wow. I'm so hungry.
Now, Alora, if I can find her. The she-devil. Can't find her. She's actually a unique character because I created her a while ago. And she's an elf that served in the Old Merry Dominion. That was in the Imperial City takeover, and she served Lord Narafin, and she followed her orders to the letter. And Lord Narafin was pretty despicable. He was a Daedra worshipper, and his idea was to sacrifice everyone in the Imperial City for some Daedra. I think it was Vermeer, I think. And yeah, he told his troops to kill, and she did. She killed women, children, old people, whatever she was told to do before she realised how wrong it was. And she's been living with that guilt since the Great War, and she abandoned her post and that sort of thing and left and fled. And yeah, her redemption will be joining the Dragonborn trying to do something good. Which is kind of... I like that story, you know, that she was once a soldier that followed her orders to the letter, you know? A good soldier follows orders. I gotta clean these up. NPCs lose their heads. The helmets stay behind. It's a Forspawn one. I wouldn't be going to Morthal. I think this way's Morthal. But yeah, like, I like a story how she's kind of like, she realised how wrong she was, how twisted, you know, what she did, and she hates herself for it. And she's travelling Skyrim, you know, as a sort of mercenary adventurer, just trying to live her day by day. And one day she'll find her chance, what she believes to be a redemption, or a good way to die, and that would be in Dragonfire. I'm hoping to run across a few more characters on the trips, but I doubt they'll be on these roads. So I normally mostly put them in main cities, like they travel around Skyrim. Is that what I think it is? Am I going to suffer another crash? Die Elf Imperial. Whew. I don't think I'd be able to handle that sort of battalion right there, but to tell you the truth, because I haven't got enough troops. I really wish someone would make it like a mod for like follower mods, which would allow me to have my troops walk like this. That'd be awesome, man.
These grave times, each legionnaire must be a better self at all times.
Bad idea.
Oh yeah, boy! Please don't crash. This looks awesome. And running as you do. Oh, that was a big fireball, bro.
Even think
Do a screenshot of that fella helping over that. It's another Stormy. There's a mud crab after him. I actually want to watch this. Oh, never underestimate a mud crab. Those bastards are filthy. Now, the mod I'm using for all those NPCs going batshit, like, yeah, for like the troops and all that, is Skyrim at War, which is back on the Nexus. I actually came to this place in ESO because I wanted to explore areas that I've, like, yeah, I wanted to see this, where this castle kind of area was. Funny enough, there's actually a little encampment where that castle is in ESO, even though it's a modded castle. Now I'll show you the crew. It's an Imperial soldier. This one's a Wood Elf, but I kind of gave her the last name of an Imperial, so, you know, Muslim mother, father of an Imperial. My sister died already, I know that one. You know, it's not an Imperial Legion without a few orcs. This one was actually one of my mage chapter. She was the High Elf trapped in Sidna Mine, and when she got out, she joined the Empire as a mercenary. No real allegiance to her homeland, but he wasn't even born there. Some more Imperial soldiers. Ah, man, I want to talk about a DC right here. Like, my last playthrough, her wife died. Now, the whole story of that one is they grew up in Windhelm, as best friends. They got older, they realised what their feelings were. Wife was a Nord, and in my game, the Eastern Nords, like the pro-Ulfric Nords, they're going to be racist and might as well be homophobic, and they weren't liking the idea of a Nord sleeping with a female, let alone a lizard. And they took a DC, you know, was going to kill her. Her wife came in, cut him down, fled and joined the Empire, because in my game, the Empire is a bit more like the Republic of Rome, where they didn't really care who you laid with, as long as there was like a dominant and a bitch, I guess you could say. And yeah, so anyway, my last game, Adisi's wife died on the same, like in the battlefield, and Adisi was mortally wounded. She was in like that bleed out stage, and she was hovering over her wife's body, which was like, it wasn't planned at all. It was pure and absolute like cinematic beauty. Man, that looks nice. But yeah, and I turned into like this vengeful character that eventually became the Vanguard, and she just, you know, like the whole thing with that was anyone wearing the blue will be in a pool of red, and I loved the character just because it was just natural storytelling. I loved how her wife isn't dead in this one, so she might just remain an Imperial soldier. She could be the one that dies in this story. That's a handsome looking Nord. I created this chick and all the siblings due to one character that I did have. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I saw that in the name generator, I cracked up laughing, man. I couldn't say no, but now the more I look at it, I feel disgusting, and I gotta change it again because all these names come from name generators, and Seed Drinker is disgusting. And me being me, I made him gay. He's an old, like he's on my OGs, man, from like 2012. Won't this guy being another half-breed of a Nord mother and an Imperial father? This guy is a mage. He's married to a high elf. It's actually not one of mine. Neither is that. I think we're running out. This guy, yeah, Armin, he's a citizen of Whiterun. We know him, you know, we retrieve his sword for him, and maybe he joins onto the Empire because his wife is hounding him that he shouldn't become a mercenary. But again, a mercenary with the Empire gets paid better and has a better chance of surviving because they've got many people with them. So that was kind of how I introduced him into the Legion, because he joined up because it was safer and his wife would accept that. And just another Breton with a bow. But anyway, that's the crew. I should have done that introduction straight up. Whoever died beforehand, I forgot his name, he's still here now. The mortal much. I'm going to feed the crabs. Barbecued Nord. Now the Pale, I think, is their territory. Let me have a look real quick. Yep. Maybe we should even like take it over, you know, like instead of doing like the whole crab is ruthless. Maybe instead of like doing the whole full cinematic, have to do the quest line sort of thing, we'll just do the simple. We'll go and attack the fort. I might need some more troops for that one, and then we'll take over the fort, go into the town, kill all the guards, and physically take over and use those console commands from Open Civil Wars, and we'll use those to take over Dawnstar. I'm just going to go into the city real quick and see if there's some Stormcloaks lying around, and then we'll go and take over Dawnstar.
Damn Stormcloak rebels, every one of them.
This is Chef. I don't know. You know, it's Chef, something like that. Chef's Morthal. Chef's Morthal. I don't know. I was going to make a Fell Creek map, but I think he either lost the data or he got stuck. He couldn't fix it.
Can't wait to gut one of those rebels.
I do like this place though, it looks pretty nice. Alright, I'm going to pause it here for a bit and get some more troops. And then we'll go and take over Dawnstar as a bit of a sort of increase to my story while I'm also playing the game, and we'll see who makes it through, because I've still got one body on me at the moment. This guy ended up taking on a full Stormcloak battalion on his own, and he paid the price for it, but such is there's the AI, and we'll see if there's any more that will join him at the end of this video when I put him to rest. Now, I got the troops. My game did crash before. Again. I think it's because I haven't crashed this much. Must be because of all the recording shit. Probably not, but whatever. So,
This Imperial armor is damn heavy.
we got some troops. They're just average, you know, levels as characters because, again, I don't mind fighting with them as long as it's not all of them, because I like having my own person, like my own dudes. Like, they're the 99th. And these other guys are Imperial soldiers from other groups or legates that aren't part of the 99th, but they attached to the 99th for like patrols and battles and stuff like that. And they die. They die. my guys die, they get buried. That sort of thing. So we're going to go attack
I've been in the Legion all
Dawnstar.
my life. I'm
And I had to
content
save it beforehand because, you know, I don't want to do this whole repeating thing.
That's how a true lord fights.
Yeah. Got arachnophobia. Too bad.
Over here. Enough.
Oh shit! Blood got dropped.
Victory is yours, I submit.
Well, I can't take the yards actually.
Great crossing.
But whatever.
Yeah, I got done murder.
Right out the window.
Another victory.
Nope. Second one down. Last time it actually crashed here with the spawn close. Now we'll save it up. We'll save it again up here because this will be like a full fort battle. And those aren't so nice because they like to crash a bit.
What was that? There's someone there.
Need a hand, my friend?
All over now.
They've been poisoned. There's our fort. Now the unpredictability thing about this is that we could take this fort and there could be a Stormcloak battalion rushing in. Or there could be an Imperial battalion on the other side. I think it's called cohorts or banners. I'm going to use the Imperial battalions like cohorts. And the Stormcloak ones are banners. So, got a few woundies right here. I'm actually going to teleport them all to me. Because I think that's a little bit better.
Taking the fight to the Stormcloaks.
So we have our troops
Damn Stormcloak.
all sorted, ready to go. Always, and I mean always, save before a battle like this.
My father was
Now,
a soldier. He
possibly
fought
I
in
could
the Great
die.
War.
I'm going to tell my
Carry on
UI
his
so all the
position
crap
was
doesn't
the
show up.
air, isn't it?
So let's get this party started.
I'm all for diplomacy. Soon the end of
I'm going to put that red flag over the blue flag, I think.
Is someone? Found
We got mages. You got archers. Oh, my bad. That's first. I just love the simplicity of Skyrim's combat. It's just swing. Big swing, no ding.
Hey, blood is blood.
Alright, get through. What's that chasing me? That looks like a very bad bug. These archers are the ones that really hurting my troops. I don't know how that doesn't work. Filthy archers. This is why no one likes the Forspawn. That and they got magic. Hello.
Enjoy your last breath.
Slaughtered like a pig. Alright, we'll go inside the fort. I don't know how many parts of the fort there actually is. I think we've definitely lost a few because I heard quite a bit of sadness from the troops.
Victory is yours. I submit.
Gonna need some more troops to attack Dawnstar because again, a lot of the times there's already a battalion there waiting. Game hasn't frozen, it's just loading with no UI. Can we get through please? My god. Look at that down there.
Damn Stormcloaks. Oblivion take them. Every miserable last one of you.
See quite a few Imperial shields. Oh, there's one of my boys. A legionary. There's only one of mine so far. The rest are level-less soldiers. Is that the dude like I lost beforehand? Probably is, eh?
Damn rebels.
I haven't raided the actual inside of the place yet. So, I'll have to do that. Prison over there, the main fortress under here, I'm pretty sure. Let's just hit this. They all came out to play when the fucking Legion hit. Place is empty. Oh shit.
Need something?
Yeah, I do. Looks like no one's here, man.
These timber supports are rotted through. It's a wonder this place is still standing.
Alright. We're going to hit our Dawnstar real quick, and then we're going to use some conflict commands, which will switch eventually, then like maybe maybe a minute or so, travelling around, put the Imperials back in control of Dawnstar. And this is the kind of thing they like to do in the background. I'll show snips and pieces of, snips and bits of, you know, overall story sort of thing. And when we're done, we're going to go bury these two fallen Conrads. I'm going to make the game a bit more down to earth. I think we should just use the troops we got, and let's run into any battalions, then we're in the shit. Now, again, this is the perfect places to run into a full goddamn battalion and have my unit wiped out. Potentially even myself, but then again, I won't have to worry about burying the bodies because the enemy isn't going to bury them for you. They're just going to burn them off.
Where did you come from?
Where am I going? North? Yeah, I'm going north. Hasn't actually burnt down that place yet because I got a mod on, which allows me to start the DLC quest much later on at a certain level I want. The only problem with it is I'm pretty sure... Wait up, it's actually there this time? Dude, thank God. For some reason, let me just Google detect in case that is a turn on my ass. This was like up in the sky, dude, for some reason. Like I couldn't actually reach it. It was like way up here. I think the same things actually happened with... Where is it? I can't actually spot it. There it is. The Whiterun Watchtower. It's not there. It might be very high up in the sky. It's good Fort Dawnguard fixed itself though. That's very helpful. Especially for the future. I don't have
Stay alert.
console
Never know
command
when
there all
those
the time.
Stormcloak dogs might charge.
This is a deer mod from Mithril Monsters, but for some reason they're never cautious of you. It's called elk herds or something like that, but they don't run off when you get close to them.
This should be good.
A woman of the north.
Someone
there.
There's someone there.
fight.
Good enough.
Ooh, those little bastards hit you, they give you sickness.
God.
Someone there.
Are there Stormcloaks? Yep.
You will have to fight.
I cannot.
Rakelings! Filthy muds. Little blue goblins. I might get a bounty for this. Or I might run into a full battalion and actually die, and then have them all buried. Livia's campaign as a great, mighty Imperial Vanguard comes to a crashing end in Dawnstar, because she's burnt with all the rest of her fallen Conrad's corpses out here. And I won't bury him because that's way too much work, and again, the enemy just isn't going to hand back the bodies. That's not how it works. We're just going to chuck them into a pile and cook them. I doubt that you just march on them during the day, they wouldn't be prepared for you, but...
These Khajiit people live in traveling the roads and selling their wares.
Where are the guards? They're not aggressive against me, which is, I don't like that, but... But they are now.
Did that really just happen?
Why is their body still there, man? I completed that contract a while ago.
I'll try and make this quick.
Somebody.
Victory.
How could you do that?
What was that?
Bad idea.
Well, let's go smack the Jarl around a little bit, and then I'll add the console command, and then we'll get back to you when we can take control of it, unless it's... I'm surprised there's no battalion here. Get out of the road, and menaces. Don't be chicken. Because now the Empire's in charge, baby. The Empire. You rebel against the Emperor, you find his legions at your doorstep. That's actually a cut line that's used in Open Civil Wars. And Legate Ricker says it, and it's pretty bloody cool.
You want to fight? Is that why you have your weapon out?
Over here.
Yes.
Don't hurt me.
Give up while you still can!
Good enough.
Now, I just want to say, okay, this is our land now, okay?
You're not as dumb as you look.
Anyway, I'm taking possession of your filthy, snow-banked little coastal town, okay, my friend? Okay, it's mine now. And I'll see you whenever I'm playing as Sigurd in Windhelm until you take it back, you old wrinkly, foreskin-looking son of a bitch.
Well, if you insist. Just
Well,
please
the
react
console
yourself.
command doesn't really happen straight away. Sometimes you need to save the game, or whatever, or travel around for a bit. Send all the troops back home. They're going back to their assigned homes. I'm going to bury these two fallen soldiers that died for peace in Skyrim. How much room I got? Yeah, I've got another 3 bros. Dragon War's probably not get you into that. But yeah, so the first one I'm going to show, because it's pretty much easy enough. I don't remember where I put the goddamn shovel. I think I leave it in the last one. Yeah. So I'll show the first one. I don't know about the second one. That's a bit boring. I do normally write up a eulogy or something like that. Like, maybe make all their gear static too, so you can't knock into it and stuff like that. Problem is, NPCs that have a sword around the area might grab a weapon to defend themselves. Really, ever happens, I think it's going to happen to be once. Like this one, I think. I don't know if I wrote her a eulogy or anything. No. No. Anyway, these boys have fallen, and they shall join. Go turn the grass off though. It's a pain in the ass. So, mod I'm using right now is clean up your corpses. Kind of be able to bury them. Place it there. The mod I'm using now to kind of decorate the area, it's called Jackson's Positioner. I don't know if it's available for the AE version of Skyrim. I'll try and line all this shit up. You want some space, you know, you don't want them all to be crowded together. I'll line them up each other. Alright, that should be good. Should be. Now this is just something I grabbed from like I used the dirt from cave. It looks a bit more like a grave as a container. So I chucked their bodies or anything like that. I haven't done it in a long time. I think these guys I did. Yeah, so like this person's corpse is in there. And like if I forget their faces, it's not a bad idea to just rip them out and have a look at what they look like, who it was. But normally like I copy this. And since the dirt K is naturally very big, the collision kind of weirds out. So as you see, oh, it's got me doing poses. That happens, but it's a simple thing you ought to do in the game. Just, you know, I'll leave it there, I'll disable it, collision will be gone, I'll enable it, and it'll remember the size it is, so there's no weird, you know, I'm floating up here. Just pretty cool. And I'm going to leave it as dirt, and when the game's done, like when like the days before Beyond Skyrim, hopefully I've set my save by then, I'll come back and I'll put like tombstones, like, you know, like slabs over the top of them. Is it the Orc or the Imperial? Imperial. Rightio, so naturally, like I'll decorate the place, I'll take their weapons. I like to kind of do the whole... I haven't done it for this one yet, because it's a bit of work. But I don't know if it was the Romans that did this, or the English, or one of them did it, but when you die, like you put like gold coins over their eyes. I normally put the gold coins on top of the tombstones, like these guys. And like, for example, with the face of Talos, if they believed in the face of Tiber Septim, if they believed in Talos, it should be a Nord. No, it's an Imperial. But this, I believed in the 8, believed in the 9, that sort of mentality for it. And then they'll put a helmet on it. A bit like the World War II graves and World War I graves, they put a helmet over the cross. Kind of made. Just feels a bit more natural for a graveyard. And like I've had this graveyard for a good like couple of years now. This is like in all my playthroughs I've had Imperials here after they take Whiterun, because you know the Jarl gives them land or something to take, or to bury their honoured dead, because they, you know, the first troops that are buried here are always the ones that die fighting to defend Whiterun. And I'm pretty sure I always start this corner. I'm pretty sure. Review. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, she definitely died. So that's actually the date of and Americans are weird somehow. Their month comes first, the day comes later, and the year. So died at the 4th. What's the 4th? Alright, so what's the time now? What's the month now? What's the frost fall? I think it's... That's just an easier one to find. Review. So we're now at the 10th. This is what been... A 4th month, 10th month, 6 months, right? Is that even right? Does that even feel right? Anyway, so it's been 6 months since the Battle of Whiterun. Review. 4th month, 10th month. So yeah, it's been like 6 months since the Battle of Whiterun. And that's the kind of way I want it to play in my game, you know, like, I want that time shift, that the war isn't over and done with in 2 days. It's, you know, it's a war. It goes for some time, and it changes land and ownership all the bloody time. The Stormcloaks still own it, but eventually when I save the game and come back, the Imperials will take it back. And with these console commands, man, what I plan to do in the future is I plan to have, like, you know, Sigurd, you know, eventually sneak off and with her troops, or maybe they need authorization, but like to come in and hit Riverwood, take their guards out all at the same time, hit Rorikstead, take their guards out, hit the Watchtower, take their guards out, and then hit Whiterun, you know, as sort of like a sneak attack where they just rush the city, because they can't set up like the gigantic battle like you did when you actually did the quest. But I'll bury this dude and I'll get back to you and I'll save the game. We'll go visit Dawnstar when I'm done. And just like that, more join the bliss. Smiling and drinking faces that become silent as the grave. And that's kind of the idea of these personal followers. I lost 2 in the same day. And, man, do I got a really good account and stuff? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. God, I'm not counting that. But yeah, there's around 30 of them here at the moment. And I've only got to one save where like, I had it all the way back here. I'd like keep removing the rock because it was getting in the road of my graves. I don't want to get that far. But again, I don't want to go too far with it because when the dragons come along, the Imperials and the Stormcloaks will eventually team up to help the Dragonborn. And a few of those dudes are no doubt going to be barbecued by Alduin and his boys. So I don't want to, you know, I want some room. I want some bloody room for that. But I'm going to, you know, go and see Dawnstar real quick, or we're going to like Port Dunstead, and we'll check out the Imperial. I wouldn't say occupation. I'd say reoccupation. We'll go that one. Now, as we can see, the Imperial flag is now flying high and mighty over Fort Dunstead, and there's no point really showing you what Pale looks like. Like Imperial Guards and Jarl Bryna, who was an Imperial legate back in her day, as Jarl of Dawnstar. But you know, since we're missing out and going to that beautiful place in the Skyrim, which is a boring shithole, we'll go and check out kind of where these NPCs are housed. You know, and the whole idea is that they're housed in Whiterun because back then, before I realised you could actually lose it, it was sort of given to 99th for, you know, the whole Battle of Whiterun, because they pretty much saved Whiterun from being taken over. And the Jarl gave him an old fort that was laying empty, like an old castle that he had no use of putting soldiers in or money in because it was useless. And so he stored them in Skystone Castle. And we'll go and check this place out. Be careful with it though, because in a certain room there's like a tool that removes NPCs' armour when they're walking around. And they tend to sometimes forget to put their armour on and they walk around naked. Now, ignore the I'm missing a texture for this loading screen. I can understand it because you're a soldier, you live day by day. Anyone can be your last. So you don't really care about being naked. And it kind of helps because then they'll start smashing each other, you know, because again, you live day by day. These aren't people you're going to fall in love with, probably. So you might as well, you know, like, oh, she's looking prime, go and ask her for a route, and then zoop, they're having a smash. That's the 5 o'clock. So, Skystone Castle, I'm yet to put Imperial flags all over it. I'm even planning on like, how do I lose it? But there's a lot of troops in here. I'm thinking of a different place, kind of hidden in the mountains. It's another castle made by Skyrim Laz, who made this one, but it's more like a vampire one. I've changed it with like blue flames, I've put necromancers in it and stuff, which would be kind of cool. But that might be like the hiding place when Whiterun is taken by the Stormcloaks, where he can move his troops that don't get butchered on the roads. And those will be left behind, not buried, but they will not disturb the graves. So, here we are. There's quite a few of them here. I did move a few of them out. Put them in different places like Riverwood Keep, which is also made by Skyrim Laz. Now, like we talked about nakedness, this is actually one of them right here that did this to me right now. Walked out with the tits out. And, there's a pool down there too. So, if I randomly cut off in a conversation, it's because of these people. I like to walk around their bits out, and because the YouTube don't like nudity. Which, can't really blame me. But, yeah. Still a few things I'm going to mess around with. But I want to return other flags back, like, there's blue and red flags, and it kind of makes a lot more sense when this place becomes like sort of the HQ for the Dragonborn, because it's like a blue and a red flag that kind of show the Stormcloaks, the Imperials uniting under the Dragonborn. I really like the idea of it. They're actually, it's a bit like these, you know, but they're blue, there's like black, there's blue, there's red, and I want to like have like this entire place covered with blue and red flags when they finally get along for a good cause. This is normally Centaurus' room, or Marilia's room, she's captured. But yeah, she's pretty much running the joint at the moment since Rolly is gone and Centaurus is in solitude with his daughter at the current time. You naked individual. Got a couple of unique Imperials that I made too.
Hello again.
So I kind of like remove the sleeves and stuff. Should be like a couple of them around. But she does look pretty bomb. Young Nordic warrior fighting for the Legion. She's an oldie, she hasn't died yet. But we're going to go into this place, right? So be in mind that I might cut off quite a bit because of genitals being exposed by both male and female. Alright, so far he was actually naked, this prick, so I just had to fix him up. But his actual wife is actually buried in that graveyard. She was an orc.
Those rebels think they can best us. They have another thing coming. One of those rebels.
Wow. This one right here. Alright, so she's actually from the Mage's questline too. She was in Cinder Mine and she's now a barmaid slash hooker. What the fuck? They fix her face up in a name. Did I say cable? I know. Some helmets I've got to fix up. As I forget to turn them off. That's a mod called Dress Up Lovers, so kind of easy to measure their uniforms. Instead of carrying around 10,000 helmets. Not all of them are actually here. Some of them are guarding Whiterun, Warwickstead, the farm outside Whiterun, and they'll be back later tonight. And I don't know if they've got any night shifts set up, and that's with my home is your home. They can give them like schedules. Now the reason they walk around naked is because of that pool down there, as you can see. That one of them's actually got a breast out, which you know YouTube's not going to be roaring about. But this is kind of the place where I keep, and this is kind of a reward from the from Bolgriff for protecting Whiterun, during the battle of the Great War of Whiterun sort of thing. And this is where they keep. But I have a feeling like if I want to change the story a bit, I want to like go from here and go over here, like they cross the mountain and scoot past, come and hide. Like this place is pretty hidden. It's hidden behind a river. It's an old vampire castle, and I don't know how I'm going to sort that, but whatever. I'm going to have like the guys go. I'll show you. Because I'm pretty sure I saved the edit and it's still there. I changed the flames from like red to blue, and then I filled it full of necromancers. Now I really got to fix Angie up because that's all, Annis, whatever the hell, that's all sorts of wrong. Now I changed this to like a warlock's castle because it's an old vampire castle. Old occupants sort of been burnt out. And she's like she's a witch, right? You go down to the basement, she comes out, she tries to kill you. But maybe she's a lookout for these guys. She's like the first defense. But let's go check it out real quick. Now I changed all these like fires to blue, except that one and another one inside. I don't know if that's actually part of it. That is part of it. But I made the entrance blue, and I put a lot of undead around it, and that's alright. Thank God I have a vanilla body, but yeah, it's got undead corpses around it, necromancers, and that sort of stuff. And inside, I think there's actually like a named NPC. And I made like a boss of these guys running the place, and we'll get in there and check it out real quick. Come inside, and it's got its typical old vampire feeling to it. As you can see, it's more undead, even got a bard, and just necromancers wandering around. Put some clothes on the animal, and I'm pretty sure, there we go, there's the boss lady. Master Necromancer. She's custom built, which is a generic name. I might even give you like the necromantic outfit that was like, I think it was Creation Club. But yeah, she's kind of the chick to kill, and then Centaurus can take this place as his home hidden in the mountains, and of course an ancient vampire castle surrounded by necromancers no one's willing to touch, which makes a bit of sense. But this is probably my fallback position. I did think of like having a vampire clan that wasn't so bad that hunted the bad guys, but like Cecilia, but doesn't make much sense that she's be around. She'd be the one sort of one to run it. But I could definitely use these places after all the wars are done. I just have to change all these blue, and maybe change the lighting, I don't know, or I might leave them the way they are, but yeah, I think I might leave them the way they are. And this will be the home, but anyway, so, look, get out of the road, you walking mutt. It's kind of, I like playing as other NPCs and doing things, because it gives them, like, it makes them better. Like, I'm physically playing as that person, they've got the items I've got, they've got that sort of experience, and it makes them a lot more richer as a character, I guess you could say. It's not just some NPC anymore. It's an avatar that I can jump into and play as and run around.
The mages at the College of
And
Winterhold
you could
are
possibly
idiots.
die because of it.
I've no
You know,
desire
like I
for
could jump into her, and I could drop her health down to a normal sort of health, and she could die, and her troops could die, and I might, you know, jump into another character, clean them all up, and burn them all off, get rid of them from the my home is your home sort of stuff, and then, you know, like have them disappear, or you know, have them just as a lost cause in the war, things like that, which is fun. It gives them a lot more character when I see them, because I've played as them, I've beaten them, and it's just so much cooler to see them when they walk past you, because you know, you were them as a certain time in the game, instead of the mighty Dragonborn, all these characters that I built up. But I'm going to leave it here, because I think this has gone for way too long, and this is just a day in Skyrim, normally what I do on the Imperial side. And if people are interested in seeing more of certain things, I can try and do that, but doubtful. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and if you want to stick around and see some more, hit the subscribe button and the bell button, and you'll be notified when I drop shit out. Anyway, have a good one, look after yourselves.